Hello everyone, heartily welcome to my old brother and sister to my today's presentation. Hope you are all doing great and it's great to see you again. So before we start, let me introduce myself briefly. It's Rokhsana Akhter. I'm a housewife. I'm a member of 2021 of the signature course, and also I believe life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. In today's presentation is a little bit more about the way of speaking. I'll be talking about my journey in this signature course. First of all, I'll begin by outlining the learning points and then highlight the necessary and important topic. I'll briefly focus why you've learned these points are essential. And to finish, I'll be giving ideas on which points I've improved and why should all of you can try the course. I'm not gonna take more than 10 minutes to complete my presentation, and I'd like to assure that will be a question answer session at the end of my presentation. May I request all of you to keep your question answer for that part as well. One thing I wanted to share from the very beginning is that I'm not a good or regular speaker, but I just couldn't tell how I stressed one time and I couldn't help myself in any way. As English is my second language, it wasn't possible to realize and speak like the native speaker. A lot of people ask me if it's possible to sound like a native speaker. But at that time, I had no answer. But after doing the course, I can say it entirely depends on the individual. We all have to learn new things in life, and it's useful to have a framework that helps to learn effectively and quickly. Over the years, I've tried and tested many different methods to find out what works for me, and I think I found a combination of tools and techniques that help me to learn pronunciation in a short amount of time in the signature course and gain mastery over them. Now move on and discuss about the learning points of the course. At this point, I'd like to talk about the most important points of the course which plays a very important role of pronunciation, and that is IPA. Actually, what is IPA? Why do we need it? How is it useful? How do I learn it? The International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA, for short, a system that represents phonetic sound with symbols that help us to pronounce a word correctly in English language. In English, a letter can have more than one sound. Therefore, spelling of a word doesn't actually help us the correct pronunciation of a certain word. In IPA, every sound has unique symbol. Once we know IPA, we can look up any word in the dictionary and know how to pronounce it instantly. This topic is extra special. It's wonderful and very wonderful when I learn it. On the other hand, intonation, connecting word, assimilation, elation, stress, there are so many different topics we have in this course to develop our pronunciation. While taking the course, I personally faces a lot of issues. There are so many words we pronounce wrongly before the course. When we implement the methods in our daily language, it was not so easy to cope up with these methods. On top of that, I also mentioned that I personally can do work under pressure. This has significantly increased my sound and pronunciation. And now we've already completed the course, and we've got Rokhsana ma'am throughout the course, and I'd like to thank and bless her from the core of my heart At the end of this presentation, I can say if we practice with these methods, it's quite possible and easy for everyone to talk smartly in a better way. So thank you everyone.
Hello everyone. Before I begin, let me introduce myself briefly. I am Parveen. Today I'm going to be talking about the signature course at training with Rokhsana and my overall journey through this course. I'll begin by sharing my learning milestones. Then I'll go on to highlight the things that benefit me the most. Then I'll briefly discuss the challenges I have faced during the course. Finally, I'll also add my recommendations in the end. There will be a Q&A session in the end where you ask me questions. I'd like to start with the quote that says, "If there's a will, there's a way." I've tried so many ways to learn English in the past few years. I used to go out searching for English courses, look up YouTubers online. But by the grace of Allah and my will, after a long search, I found Miss Rokhsana, who taught me more than any other tutor I have come across and who made me believe that I, like anyone else, can also speak English like a native speaker. Firstly, there are many things I learned from the course. I learned about the international phonetic alphabet that helped me correct my pronunciation of the basic alphabets. I learned about assimilation, elision, and weak forms that helps with fluency in speaking. Secondly, the challenge I faced was to find time to practice. As a housewife with 4 children and as a mother of a 1-year-old, it got very difficult to keep up with the classes. I also traveled to Bangladesh in December. Overall, I tried my best to practice and will continue to do so. To conclude, the best thing about this course was how engaging and creative the classes were. I'd like to recommend this course to everyone who has the will to speak English like a native speaker. Thank you, everyone.